Welcome back YouTube, to UK, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. The old favourite position, that's not laying on my back. Yeah, because it's just easy. It's easy and the lighting's not too bad, although one of my bulbs is failing, my LED bulb is failing, one of them. So, if you see that start flickering, it's not the fucking poltergeist or whatever. We're not haunted. I fucking hope we're not haunted anyway. Yeah, I said I wasn't going to do a video before the market, which is going to be this weekend. So we are on the 2nd of December. You won't see this before the markets anyway. But yeah, it's Friday, the 2nd of September. So I thought I'm going to get one done. So I've got quite a bit to show. Some a bit different as well. Some of the staples that seem to be the staples of this channel. No, it's not for everybody. Some of the old cardboard box, Nintendo cardboard, and some Atari cardboard, which you can probably just see there actually. So yeah, we'll start with that first. But yeah, there's other little bits and bobs. Some purchases from, I suppose, a fellow YouTuber, but you know, someone I'll consider a friend. Although the word friend is used somewhat sparingly these days on the old tubes. Fuck me, talk about two-faced backstabbing bastards. Hey, how times have changed. But anyway, but no, this is not referring to this chap here, by the way, or anyone thinks otherwise. But I've got some Atari stuff. Again, this is still from the lot. Oh God, months ago now, but it is the last of that. There was two sort of lots, I suppose, realistically, but this is the last of that. And like I say, other bits and bobs. So I'm not going to spend too long waffling on about that. On with the Atari stuff. We'll start with that first. And yeah, we've got Crossbow, which I think is an arcade port. And that was what I was going to say. What I wasn't aware of. There isn't actually a light gun for the 7800. I forgot to fucking have a Google. I can't remember where I've seen that now. But there is a light gun for it. This is and was a light gun game in the arcades. Other than that, I don't know a great deal about it. I think you have to escort someone across the screen, don't you? And you protect them. Pretty much like the Namco light gun games. What bloody hell was it called? Can't remember. Not too dissimilar to that. Basketball. Now this can be quite an expensive one to get. Again, I didn't pay a great deal for these. Probably less than a tenner each. I don't know what's going on, but the prices do seem to be going up. But then again, I am after the slightly less common games now. For those that are wondering, I did watch Joe Gearley Gaming. Joe, it's definitely 52. Definitely 52 PAL games. If you want exclusive PAL games, there's only two. That's the 32 in 1 and Sentinel. But there are 52 PAL games on the 7800, trust me. Yes, some of those were released in the USA, but it doesn't mean to say that they're not PAL. It's just they're both regions. And I think it's 59. There's only ever 59 official releases, commercial releases, in the world. So like 7 US exclusives and some nice exclusives as well. And I would be looking to try and get hold of them. Barnyard Blaster, again another shooty game. And again another one I'm going to have to try and... Well, I'm not going to have to try. I want to try and locate the gun. Never something I've come across, to be honest, when I'm looking for 700 stuff. I mean, unless it just uses... one of the other 8-bit computer guns. I don't know. I'll have to have a look into it. I shall make a mental note to do that after this video. And one I got sealed, which it probably needs to be unsealed. This is a prime example of what happens when you leave them in the plastic. This is a ball blazer. Fucking blaze my balls. 3D isometric. Actually, I've noticed it's by Lucasfilm. So it's got to be an early Lucas. Look at that. Look how crushed it is. That's where the plastic is just completely, look. When it starts to shrink, just crushes it. But yeah, by Lucasfilm. But that's what happens. So that will be coming out because that's Yeah, mental. But nice little. So the last stack of the from the two purchases, the two hauls, whatever fucking word you want to use for it all. I don't know. I don't care. We don't care anymore. We never cared. We care even less now. Anyway, what I should have said as well. Yes, I have an eye on my top. That and all. I've chucked this on because it's fucking freezing. If I did see it at the Birmingham market, probably not the Nottingham. This probably go out after the Birmingham one. Hello and nice to see you. If I didn't, then why weren't you there, you fucking tight bastards? What are we going to do now? We'll do N64. N64. Got a couple of thanks on this one. Now, this won't be to everyone's liking. And I don't... Do I feel bad about doing this? Not really. Do I feel like I've ripped someone off? Not really, because it's going to stay with me. And it's not like I haven't got it, but it's just I didn't have it in the condition that I wanted it. So, the game in question, this was some CEX. Some CEX, as boxed, and I have got, I think I've still got the unboxing video, so I will show you the unboxing video now. Here we go. Have we got a winner? Chicken dinner or nothing? A double thingy. Oh dear. Oh dear. Ooh, could be a winner. Could be a winner. Oh, you fighter, it is. It's got the manual. Oh, no. Right, so you know it's Chameleon Twist 2, hopefully. Well, it's Chameleon Twist 2, if I have found the video. Now, on first inspection, I got really excited, and then on close inspection, it's kind of like, ugh. And then further inspection, it's like, oh. So, most of the box is really actually quite nice. Then you get to this side, which, fortuitously enough, is the kind of like the plainer, you know, text side, where it has this. Now, hopefully, in the video, you would have seen this is all ripped to shreds. Like, it's all torn. I think someone got stuck to it. I think that's what looked like. Maybe water damage. But I have managed to sort of jerry-rig, I suppose, another label and that off an old box. So the sort of damage is limited to that little bit there. I say it's not the nicest sort of side of it or anything, so I'm not too fussed. But the biggest hurdle, and again you would have seen, was the manual. This, which I don't think it was stuck to that, but it does kind of look like something was stuck to somehow. And yeah, it kind of like bled across onto the inside. So I was a bit gutted, to say the least. So I've basically got the manual. Everything other than the front, the rest of the manuals is fine. So there's no way to get an image of this. There's one doesn't exist. I think it exists for the US, but not for the UK or European. So I reached out to my mate James, and I forgot what his channel is called, and it'll come to me. And I sort of said to her, I said, look, I know you've got this. Is there any chance you could do a nice scan of the front for me? Because the back of it, I can scan that myself. And he said, I'm not opening it up. I don't want you to open it up. It's a late flap. And he fucking was a gem, man, and he did it for me. So that was that hurdle overcome. I then obviously scanned mine in and then stitched the two together. So my good mate Fob, being the wizard that he is, with some guidance, managed to create me the front. So there we have it. That's what we managed to piece together. Not bad. I don't, you know, I mean, if you was really critical eye, you would definitely notice it, if that makes sense. The colours are slightly lighter. I think that's probably the giveaway. Yeah, slightly lighter, but you know what? For me, it's because the manual is all there. It's all there, and the same staples. And I mentioned this before. To destaple it and then literally slide each piece on top, man, that takes some patience. But it's all there and it's all legit. So that's still the original insert. So you can still see a little bit of water damage there, and even photocopied the damage. So it doesn't make sense if that. Yeah, it's still a little bit water damage, but it's the manual. So as a boxed complete thing, some money there. Not cheap, but I'll keep that in there just for posterity's sake. And I still can't think of James's channel. He hasn't made a video for ages. Flashback TNT. There you go. So James from Flashback TNT, and we make fob champions. But so for me, my personal collection, happy with that. That'll do me. You know, not selling up, not selling anything here. Not yet, anyway. Never say never. I think we mentioned that last video, didn't we? All the cool kids are selling up. It's up to I always say, it's your shit. You do what you want with it. You ain't gonna, you know. I'll have no opinion on it. It's not for me to fucking say. But generally, people do end up buying some of it back because it's ingrained in you. Once you collect for life. You collect for fucking life. Right, a couple of eBay purchases. Now this one was inspired by the market, and I think I mentioned in a couple of vids previous as well, where I've kind of been not thinning out. I suppose it is thinning out, but it's not like culling. It's thinning out. It's just getting rid of some of the less desirable games, I suppose. And I mentioned I did the PS1, didn't I? And I did the PS2. And I've got bored as well. I'll show you that in another video because there's shit everywhere because we're doing the market. But on doing the PS1, there was gaps, so I rejigged it and I went back through again like a second sweep, if you like. And I took some more stuff out that was really like, I'm not really going to play this. Come on, behave yourself. Yes, I'm going to come. You ain't going to play anything anyway. I mentioned this on Mark Burnett Culture's video. Here's one for you then. Especially if you collect toys and other stuff. What is it? Why do people get so fucking angsty and so arsey when people, you don't play the games? But when people collect toys and figures and stuff like that, you don't say, well, you don't play with the toys, do you? So what's the difference? And people say, well, games are meant to be played for. Well, toys are meant to be played with. So I don't get it. Why is there such a stigma? Why is there such a fucking... Everyone gets the fucking hump in the arse. And you don't play your games. You don't play with your toys. Fuck off. What difference does it make? Don't know. Just it was literally off the back of Mark's. It just made me think, like, well, what difference is it for? And like I've always said, anyway, no one's fucking business but your own. But people seem to get the fucking hump about it, and I don't understand why. Any roads up. Yeah, going through all that, and what I then did as well, which was needed been done for fucking years. I went through all the cases, and any cracks, breaks, chips, whatever, swapped them all out. So I've got quite a nice, non-cracked, non-chipped PS1 collection. But, Bert, off the back of this, there was some that didn't have manuals. And one of them I was going to, like, just fucking sell it. And it's not until I checked the price, I was like, ooh, maybe I won't sell that. But I have managed to get the manual for it, and that was the Ninja Shadow of Darkness. So off of eBay for £4, I got me the manual. Again, it was just one that was sat up on there, and I was literally going to just fucking get rid. But no, we'll have a look. Because I thought, well, if I sell it, I can buy it back again. And I thought, oh, God, I'm not buying that back. It ain't cheap, but for £4, I've got a nice complete one now. But yeah, the PS1, the shelves have been moved. Don't know if you can see now there. The NES, the NES row is slowly shrinking because a lot of them I am hopefully getting boxed. So that's kind of shrinking. PC Engine has been moved. So what the long and short of it is, I've now got a shelf down there which is empty. So, you know, we're kind of making, well, maybe just robbing Peter to pay Paul here, because let's be honest, because stuff's going to move from there to there and there to there. So it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. But the point being, I've managed to clear a space there, which I might put the 7800 onto. All 59 games, fingers crossed, all things being equal. Right, from CEX, but it's not, but it's not Nintendo cardboard. It's PlayStation. I got some PlayStation games. These are from charity shop. Again, some stuff that I'm keeping from the charity shop. Unbelievable. We'll do the charity shop first. I think I had these at one point, but I don't think they were in very good condition. I think the inserts were a bit jacked and maybe didn't have manuals, and I think a friend gave them to me, or I had one of them. I did look, because I was convinced I had one of them, but I don't know where it's gone. But anyway, the game in question is The Getaway. I think GTA clone, copy, rip-off, better version, different version. It's got like some funky map and all kinds of, it's all complete in really nice condition. So we had The Getaway, but not only that, we got The Getaway Black Monday. So London doesn't know what's about to hit it. I watched that Gangs of London. That's quite a good TV show. Again, it's got the, I'm assuming it's a map. On the map. Dora the Explorer. Anybody who used to watch Dora the Explorer with the kids, all on your own if you're that way inclined. Yeah, so two PS2 games. Stu from Generation Pixel will be happy. But Bert, on the stuff from the charity shop, the old tap, waded some shit into CEX, and I bought some of the stuff with either half of it. But this was there, and I was like, oh, always one I've been really interested in. It is on the tap machine as well. There is a version of the tap machine. But I said to him, is it complete? He said, oh yeah, it's actually in quite nice condition. I said, let's have it. Let's have it then. And it's We Love Katamari. See, these are the kind of games I like. Something really bit different. Basically, you roll a load of shit around and collect more shit. Bit like me, bit like my life really in this room. Just roll around collecting shit, and shit sticks to you, and the shit ball gets fucking bigger. I have never played it. I know it's on the 360. Didn't get a PlayStation release, did it though? I don't think it did. I don't remember. I do remember seeing it on the X-Tap. But no, this is in really nice condition. And a nice funky different disc as well. So We Love Katamari. There we go. 3 for the PlayStation 2. Don't fucking ever tell me I don't show you anything but cardboard on this channel. Speaking of cardboard, I'll leave the Nintendo stuff, but what I have got is some old paper, some old Pano mags. So this is from a chap who you may remember, James from Let's Talk Retro. James and Colin, they have since been disbanded. That boy band is over. That romance is over, amongst other romances on the YouTubes. But hey ho, that's life. And you would think grown men might act differently, but I don't know. It's all gets far too serious and far too political. But I bought some. Well, I'd seen these on eBay, and then I looked at the name and thought, that's got to be one of them. And I didn't know who it was, but it ended up being James. So I said, look, I need these ones. And he was going to charge me more because that's the kind of guy he is. And I had to haggle him back down again from the original eBay price. So we struck on the bargain. He's got to buy me 5 pints as part of the deal. But what he did send through was a nice little picture. I don't know if I can get all that in. I might put this as my thumbnail. So, age 43. He looks older than 43. Poor bastard, I'll tell you that much now. He really does. But what we got off of James is, like I say, some Pano magazines. Putting them in order. Not that it fucking matters, because you ain't going to give two shits. But what this does mean, it means I need one more for the set now of this. And the Games X, the only weekly magazine, didn't last very long. 58 issues, I want to say. 48 issues. 48 issues. Yeah, 48 odd issues. Anyway, I've bagged and boarded these myself. He wasn't this fucking kind. No, he looked after me, did me a deal, you know. But the ones I needed, what was that? That was issue 37, 38. Old Harley Quinn. Space Shuttle, remember that? Indiana Jones Fate of Atlantis. I wouldn't not mind getting that game just to sit up there with Indy Last Crusade. And 39 with Space Gun. I do remember playing that in the arcades back in the day. I know it's had a few releases back on the home systems, Mass System and such like. I think it's pretty rare. Is it the Spectrum? Disc? Is it the disc? I remember Mr. Bad's banging on about it. But yeah, so 4 more Pano mags to the Games X collection, down to only issue 28. 28. I've got a couple more coming from Mark Jowett, so I'll get them this weekend at Birmingham, and I think that'll be it. I'll need the 1 to 28. I'll double check it, because you know what I'm like. I can't fucking count, and I've made that mistake before and looked a twat more so than usual before anyone fucking asks. You can't. You've got nothing on me. You got nothing. You know, nothing, Jon Snow. Right. NES, and again, a couple of manuals, not cheap. I think I got these from the same guy. Did he do me a deal? I don't. He might have done, actually. First up was Airwolf. I have a feeling I bought that loose box copy from Craig's here again. I don't know why. Airwolf I always seem to associate with Craig's here again. I don't know what it is, unless it was another game. And Asterix. I've got the box of Asterix from Boofy Lad. I'm sure it's Boofy Lad. So, Boofy, I've completed that one, mate. Just for you. Just for you. But yeah, again, what is it with me and Asterix and fucking Smurfs and all the European comics? But yeah, it was there, and ones that were needed, so we grabbed them. So, the last, what are we on? 22. That'll do it. I bought these. No, I didn't. I bought the last 3. They're all from CX, but this one was bought separately from CX. The other 3 were all bought at the same time, which ended up being from the same store, which is why I bought them. They're not minters, but they are complete. They are complete, and they're in my condition that's good enough for me. And it's a series I think divides people. I've never really been into it. I need to try and get into it. My mate John was really into it. He loved this series of games. And it's Mega Man. So you know what's coming when it's Mega Man. Yeah, it's all 4 of them. But they are tricky to get. This didn't have a manual. I managed to piece together a manual. I can't remember. I sold my loose copy on and stuff like that. They've been sat there for fucking ages. But again, a tricky and not cheap one to find. You would have thought Mega Man be everywhere. I mean, the wonderful box art on the PAL versions is just second to none. I mean, it just gets better, especially on the number 2. So the second one isn't that hard to find because it was so popular. I think a lot of people would probably rate this as probably the favourite Mega Man amongst it. It's probably got some of the better music as well. This was the one that my mate John had. You know, I think he had the first one, but I think he got the second one first and then went back to the first one. Didn't have any of the other ones. I think the NES was long gone by then. And then yeah, we've got Mega Man 3, which is what can't what the dog's called now. People always shouting at the screen. You should know what the dog's called. I don't know what the dog's called. It's got the dog in it. Nitro? No. Dash. You see, you thought I wouldn't fucking know. It doesn't say on the back either. Does it? Oh no, it's Rush. Call Rush your dog aid. I was close. Where did I get Dash from then? Don't know. It's close. And then lastly, obviously Mega Man 4, which I think Mega Man 3's got the better box art. That's not too bad, but it's not great, is it? And the only thing letting this down is some fucking pen on the back, which I have tried to remove. But you know what? I'm not going to worry too much. See it there. Again, all from CEX. So 2, 3 and 4 were complete, and 1, which was from a different CX at a different time, wasn't complete. So for what I paid for them, you know, in terms of like them being complete, yeah, happy times. So we're on 25 minutes. That will be enough of me. I am fucking sure you'll agree. Like I say, hopefully, if I would have seen you at Birmingham, nice to have seen you. Thanks for the money, hopefully. If not, don't come and see me again unless you're spending money. Don't waste my time. And this should go out after Birmingham and before Nottingham, so better come to Nottingham and spend money. Thank you very much. See you later. Take it easy. Bye-bye.